All right, we're live now. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Hindi University. Really excited to have all of you this Sunday. As you know, my name is Ashutosh, and we meet every Sunday 8 a.m. US Pacific time, which is time on the west coast of the US. For those of you who are completely new to Hindi University, this page gives you a little bit summary about what Hindi University is, and if you're interested, you can join the classes as well. So just a little bit background. We meet, as I said, we meet every Sunday, 8 a.m. US Pacific time, and it's a pretty vibrant community of students from all over the globe. And in addition to the Sunday classes, we have a lot of practice sessions throughout the week. So based on your availability and interest, you can join any of those, the Sunday classes as well as the practice sessions. Um, to give you a little bit of a summary, like if you're interested in joining the Sunday classes, you can use the Zoom link. This page provides you the Zoom link that you can use to join the Sunday classes. And once you're part of the community, which is using this WhatsApp group or the Discord, you will know how to join the practice sessions as well. You can also go to our website, which is hindiuniversity.org, and find out the schedule and the time, your local time also when the classes will be held. Um, as you know, this year we've been following two books, Pingu Learns Hindi, which is the book written by Hindi University, and the second book we are doing is Elementary Hindi by Professor Richard Delacy and Sudha Joshi. Richard Delacy is also Hindi professor at the Harvard University, and we've covered a lot of chapters of this book. Right now we are on chapter number 19th. Today's class is slightly, I would rate it as at the intermediate level, so I expect you to know at least the basic Hindi grammar as well as the grammatical constructs like adjectives. So today we'll be learning different forms of adjective. Okay. In each language, I can safely say that this concept is there, where at least there are three forms out there where you can compare a noun's quality with or pronounce quality with other pronouns. Okay. You can say that John, let's for example, John is good. Okay. Or this food is good. Okay. Or this food is better than that food. Okay. Or sometimes you like the food so much, like this food is the best. Okay. Same thing for places, for things that you experience. Okay. Bad, worst. Sometimes we say that, like the worst customer experience or service, right? So today's goal is, by the end of this class, all of you will be able to use this form of adjectives in a day-to-day basis in Hindi. Okay. So this is just a small table to talk about, like how in English there are the basic um, the forms of adjectives are there. Okay. So in Hindi, what is the advantage of it? Like, so imagine you have a paragraph like this that you're encountering. Try to read this paragraph. It's written in English, but if I were to ask you right now to translate this paragraph right away with in Hindi, it may be slightly. I made this paragraph a little bit easier, but it will still pose a challenge to you that, okay, what do I do now? Like, this is such a long paragraph. But I can assure you, like by the end of today's class, all of you will feel comfortable just saying it, not translating it, directly saying it in Hindi. Okay. So that's the summary of what we'll be covering today. Okay. Simple sentences like Sarah loves school. Today she's happy because she ran faster than Jack. So she ran faster than Jack. Okay. She's the tallest in her class and she feels proud. Also, she's lifted the heaviest thing in the gym class. Her teachers say she works hard. It's a very simple paragraph that that should be a good task for all of you who are in the language learning. Okay, but we'll do that in the end of the class. Okay, or if we cannot do it, at least it's a good exercise for all of you. Take it home, and then with today's lecture, you should translate it yourself. Okay, so now let's back to grammar. We'll do one more slide and then we'll go to the whiteboard session. Okay, so in Hindi, when there are two or more objects that are being compared, we use the postposition called say. Okay, we have used say quite a lot in the past to explain from. Okay, I am from, let's say, India. मैं इंडिया से हूँ. आप कहाँ से हैं? Where are you from? Okay, but when there are more use cases of say. When there are two or more objects that are being compared, you also use this postposition say. Okay, so an example that I said was John is tall. You would say John लंबा है. Okay, John लंबा है. John is tall. और John छोटा है. Okay, now when it's compared with other object, the other object that is being compared against, is followed by the postposition say. Okay, and John could be like John, Tom से लंबा है. Okay, और John Kelly से लंबा है. Okay, और John Sam से लंबा है. Okay, so you can replace it with the name, with any name, any other person, but they will be followed by this postposition say. Okay, so when you have only one more object to compare against, you will use that name followed by say. Okay, as I said, like when the objects are compared with two or more, you will say, what if it's John is taller than both Sam and Tom? Okay, you can combine both of them. John, Sam और Tom से लंबा है. Right? John, Sam और Tom से लंबा है. You have one person compared against two person. Okay, now imagine John is the tallest in the class. Okay, how do you say that? John, you will just replace it with John सबसे लंबा है. Okay, सबसे लंबा है. And you can put some qualifier. John class में, in this class. Okay, John इस class में सबसे लंबा है. I use is because it's यह and there's a postposition say, that's why it's इस class में. John इस class में सबसे लंबा है. Let me take a pause. We'll do a whiteboarding session as well, but I want to see if there are some immediate questions from anyone. Okay, so far so good, everyone. Okay, let's keep going. So again, just to kind of recap here, when two or more objects are compared, you first think about how you will say the sentence, which is John lamba hai. Okay, and same thing in the paragraph. If you remember, Sarah daudti hai. Sarah runs. Okay, you want to use an adjective. Sarah tez daudti hai. She runs fast. Okay, you can say Sarah runs faster than John. Sarah John से तेज भागती है. Okay, Sarah John और Tom से तेज भागती है. And then if she runs fastest, Sarah सबसे तेज भागती है और दौड़ती है. Okay, so this is all we have for the slides. Hopefully it's easier for you to see the sentences in the slide. Okay, so now we'll go to the whiteboarding session where we'll do more and more examples. Okay, so let me erase it out and then I'll give you some examples and we'll work through those examples. And if anybody has any questions, we can also discuss. So now, imagine you have examples. I'm going to take it from Richard Delacy and Sudha Joshi's book. You have, Mumbai, which is Bombay, is a big city. Okay, Mumbai is a big city. Someone who has not done before, let's say how we would do it. It's simple. Anya ji, you want to try it out?
Yes. मुंबई बहुत मुंबई बड़ा शहर है.
Very good. Mumbai. I'm going to just put one more also. एक बड़ा शहर है. Awesome, right? So far this is a positive form. Now you have Mumbai is the second sentence is Mumbai is bigger city than Delhi. you have this sentence. Now you have to say it again. Let's see, Anya ji, you do it again. Mumbai is bigger. It's a bigger city than Delhi. How would you do that?
मुंबई दिल्ली से बड़ा शहर है.
Very good. Mumbai Delhi से and then बड़ा शहर है. Okay. Now let's do the superlative form. You want to say Mumbai, and again, I don't really know, but it's the biggest city in India. How would you say that?
मुंबई सबसे बड़ा शहर है.
Okay, you want to say in India.
इंडिया में मुंबई सबसे बड़ा शहर है.
Okay, Mumbai. Okay, so you can say India में और Mumbai. इंडिया में इंडिया में मुंबई सबसे बड़ा शहर है. Okay, great job. Any questions, anyone? Hopefully, it should not be a surprise. Hopefully, it should be easier. Okay, we'll do more example. So far, it's you're not making it too difficult. We are just simply saying Mumbai. Okay, now we will jump a little bit and we'll say, your house, my house type of situation, where it's not like a where you have to play around with, pronouns with nouns. Okay, so hopefully it will be a little bit more. So let's say you have, okay, so like the small kids will do, right? They will compare the car, right? So let's say my car. How would you say my car? Elizabeth ji, how would you say my car? Very simple. My car. Unmute.
I don't remember how to say car.
Car, you can just say car. It's okay. My,
Mera car.
meri car, right?
Meri
Car is
car.
feminine. Meri
Feminine.
car. Okay, awesome. Okay. Now you can say gadi if you want generically, but car is fine. Let's say you have your car.
Apka. Apki car.
Okay. Aapki car. Very good. So imagine one kid, like kids are sometimes passionate about the cars, right? They want to compare. So imagine that one kid is telling to other guy, my car. It's not their car, it's their parents' car, but kids are kids, right? So my car is bigger than your car. My car is bigger than. So imagine, like right now we'll start with this. Let's not do comparative. Let's say you want to start with my car is big. Elizabeth ji, how will you say that? My car is big.
Meri car se lambi hai.
First, let's just do without the comparison. My car is big.
Meri car lambi hai.
Okay, लंबी है, or you can say मेरी कार बड़ी है. I'm gonna just say बड़ी. It's the same thing, but
Badi
बड़ी.
hai.
Okay, मेरी कार बड़ी है. Now you want to compare it.
Meri car se.
Okay, you are comparing against this.
Oh, meri car आपकी से.
आपकी.
Okay, आपकी कार से.
Yeah, very good. आपकी कार से.
बड़ी है.
Very good. Okay, this is tricky because you have to remember the whole thing. Okay, unlike the previous one where, like you said, like Mumbai Delhi se bada hai. So what we did was we just changed it a little bit. Okay, and we just added this is you have a pronoun with a noun. You see that? So you should feel comfortable. And most of the examples you will see in a complex sentence, like you will see the you will see that the superlative forms are sort of embedded, right? I mean, so मेरी कार आपकी कार से लंबी है. You can change the adjective. मेरी कार आपकी कार से महंगी है. महंगी is Donna ji. महंगी is
Expensive.
expensive. Very good. Expensive. Okay. मेरी कार आपकी कार से okay. Sometimes it's what other adjectives can be used here? Let's see. Who would like to try that? Other adjectives that can be used. Linda ji, what other adjectives that you have seen kids try it out?
Um, Other adjectives.
Yeah. Just the buddy, we use महंगी. What else can you think of?
Sasta.
सस्ती है. Okay.
Okay.
मेरी कार आपकी कार से सस्ती है. Okay. Who else would like to try more?
Hers.
Which one?
Hers.
तेज. Okay, very good, right? So मेरी कार आपकी कार से, you can say तेज है, or you can also use the verb here, तेज चलती है. Yeah, that's a good one too. तेज चलती है. What else?
सुंदर
सुंदर है. Very good.
साफ है.
साफ है. Awesome. Okay.
Choti,
हाँ?
small. Choti, small.
छोटी. Okay, very good. मेरी कार आपकी कार से you can use more, ज़्यादा, छोटी है.
लंबी है.
लंबी है. Awesome. मेरी कार आपकी कार से लंबी है. What else?
पुरानी.
हाँ? पुरानी है.
पुरानी.
पुरानी है. मेरी कार आपकी कार से ज़्यादा पुरानी है. Opposite of that is
नीला.
नहीं. नहीं. Very good.
नहीं
मेरी कार आपकी कार और तुम्हारी कार से नहीं है और ज़्यादा नहीं है. Is newer than your car. Okay. What else?
Could you also use colors such as like lal?
Well, only if you are contrasting the colors, then you can use the colors. I think generally speaking, like, I mean, again, you can use that if you want to. Zyada lal hai, right? For example, if you're making puree, then you can say that, ye puree se zyada lal hai, right? I mean, then you can use the color, right? I mean, but that's more relevant. But yes, I mean, technically you can use it. Anything else you would like to add on this
Can I
sentence?
ask a quick question?
Yes, please.
When you use the word gadi, would that be masculine? And when you use car, it's feminine?
Yeah, let's do that. So, मेरी गाड़ी तुम्हारी गाड़ी से ज़्यादा. So again, like you will say मेरी गाड़ी. So गाड़ी is also feminine because you're using मेरी गाड़ी. Okay. You're using मेरी bike. Okay. If you are using घर, the same sentence would change. Okay. But how would you say that, Sunny ji?
What's gar? Mera gadi.
So instead of car, you have घर. घर is house or home.
Okay.
Okay, so same sentence, you can change it now. So instead of car, replace it with घर.
Mera gar आपका
Interesting.
घर से बड़ा है.
Okay, so you would say,
आपका.
okay, so because there is a say here, your
आपकी.
aap becomes oblique case. It becomes आपके.
Okay, आपके.
So it will become मेरा घर.
आपके घर से बड़ी है.
Because
बड़ा है.
बड़ा है. There you go. मेरा घर आपके घर. Let me write it down. I didn't write it because I didn't want to give you the answer, but you tried it yourself pretty good. Okay, so मेरा घर. Note here, आपके. Okay, आपके घर, because of this say, आपका घर becomes आपके घर. मेरा घर आपके घर से बड़ा है. Okay, let's keep on practicing this one. Even Richard Delacy, he uses the घर example. So let's try it out. You can change it. Instead of, so let's use this example. You can change it. Instead of, this adjective, you can use other adjectives. And also instead of mera, you can use something else also. So let's see. Andres ji, you want to try it out? The current example is मेरा घर आपके घर से बड़ा है. You can change it anything in the sentence.
मेरा घर आपके घर से सस्ता है.
सस्ता है. Very good. मेरा घर आपके घर से सस्ता है, which is not expensive or cheap. What else? Let's try one more, a few more stuff here. Rachel ji, how are you doing? I know you're relatively new, so feel free to say any more time. But there you go. Feel free to change anything in the sentence.
मेरा घर आपकी घर पुरानी से
Okay. मेरा घर आपके घर से पुराना. Okay. Old है, पुराना है. Okay. Great. Sunita ji.
Mes rigueurs, abkegar, c'est abkegar, c'est महंगा है.
हाँ? महंगा है. Okay.
Yeah.
महंगा is expensive है. Okay. Imagine like when you're reading a story, they're talking about, sometimes they're describing a street, right? This house is the oldest house in the street. Right? Sometimes they want to paint the picture, right? How would you say that? Something like that. Okay, all of you, this is a small exercise for all of you. This house is the oldest house in the street. Okay, so all of you can use the Zoom chat. Take a time, use the Zoom chat to respond to that quiz. And if you don't have Zoom because if you're using small device, that's okay. You can mentally do it. Okay. And same thing for folks who are watching live on Facebook. This house is the oldest house on the street. I'm going to give you some time, all of you. Let's see. Okay, very good. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to give some more time for everyone. Okay, by and large everyone has done it correctly. Okay, let's see. I'm going to ask Palani Panji. You've not tried before, so why don't you go?
ये घर इस स्ट्रीट में सबसे पुराना है.
And then you're saying is.
इस स्ट्रीट में
I'm going to say as it is street.
Okay. स्ट्रीट में सबसे पुराना और पुरानी, आई एम नॉट श्योर, पुरानी घर है. आया.
Okay, so why did you use is and not ये है?
Okay. Not sure.
Okay. Anyone else? Like, what is your guess? Is correct. Yeah is wrong, but I'm just curious why. If you can think of the reason you use इस सड़क में or इस सड़क पे. Okay, because यह is a normal case and is an oblique case, and because it's followed by this postposition may, some of you have pay, which is as correct as well. यह becomes is. Okay, that's why you're using is सड़क पे और इस सड़क में. यह घर, this house, सबसे पुराना है. If you were to just say that, it's also correct. यह घर सबसे पुराना घर है. This house is the oldest house. Now you want to qualify, and that's why you're using is सड़क पे. Okay, that's why you have it. So great job there. Any questions on this one? Anyone? Okay, any question? Okay, so we've used bada in a certain sense, which is like, bigger. When you're comparing age, also comparing age of one person with other person, Hindi speakers also uses bada in that sense. And now that bada is not necessarily like taller. Taller is lamba, but when you're comparing age also, like, you also will be using bada there. Okay, so let's say you have example. Um, is your sister older than you? Is your sister older than you? So imagine like you're having this casual conversation in Hindi with other person, you introduce yourself, you're introducing your family, they have done the same thing and they said like they have a sister as well, okay? Then you are. A natural question, is your sister older than you? Okay, you will not say old as Buddha, right? But you will not say Jada Budi, or that's considered slightly different, right? You will say Bada in this sense, right? So only so Delia ji, how will you say this sentence? Is your sister older than you?
क्या आपकी बहन आपसे ज्यादा बड़ा है?
So very good. So क्या
आपकी बहन
आपकी बहन
आपसे ज्यादा बड़ा है?
okay आपसे ज्यादा बड़ा or some other form?
बड़ी.
क्या आपकी बहन आपसे ज्यादा बड़ी है? If you notice it, how interestingly she puts say here, okay? And she has aap because you're comparing older than you. So your natural instinct would be just क्या आपकी बहन आप बड़ी है? You can easily omit the say that we have to use. आपसे किससे? Who is the compare against? You, right? And that is followed by say, right? So क्या आपकी बहन, which is your sister, and then comparing against you is nothing but aap and then followed by say, aapse zyada, and then this concept of using bada or badi when you're comparing the age. Okay, this can be tricky, so if anybody has any question, don't hesitate.
Yeah, Asif, I have a question. Why in this case this yada this yada has to be added?
You can remove it, it is optional. This is just like क्या आपकी बहन आपसे बड़ी है. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can remove that.
Thank you. Mhm.
Anyone else?
Yes, sorry. So what is the difference if you have it and remove it? What was it? Yeah, what was that? Yeah, Jada.
Jada, I mean, I just put it. It's just an additional extra word. Like if you want to just, so I mean, again, this is definitely correct. क्या आपकी बहन आपसे बड़ी है? Jada, I just put it. Hindi speakers of sometimes like they want to use extra word. Jada शब्द use करना चाहते हैं. So that's why. But there's no major difference. In fact, the other one is redundant in some ways. Yeah. So you can simply say क्या आपकी बहन आपसे बड़ी है. Yeah, Michelle ji.
Yeah, thank you. I was wondering if there are also synonyms for ziyada. Like, I've understood in some cases you can use aur to indicate more than. And I know that there's another word that's less common.
There are definitely more. Adhik is also used, jada is used, or is used. So there are definitely more synonyms. Okay. So I'm going to write it down in case if you're interested. So you have or, jada, adhik. Okay. But right now you can just stick with those, but definitely like, the list goes on.
So Asuji, then any of those words would have been okay in there, or yada, radic?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, done.
So or would not go, but jada and adhik, you can say that. Adhik badi hai. Okay, let's try to do some more examples around this one. The thing is, like, if I were to just give you open-ended sentence, it'll be hard. Okay. but I'll still give you open-ended sentence, right? So just you can remove the sister with your family member. You can use brother, sister, anyone, but it has to be, and if you are single, you can, in terms of like your own sibling, you can use cousin, or you can use any other like dost, friend. Okay. And then you will twist the sentence a little bit so it fits your situation, everyone. Okay. And then you can either write it in the Zoom chat or you can share it. Himani ji has a question in the meantime. So yes, Himani ji.
Yes, I was just also wondering about this or, because I think I tend to use or in these sentences. But is it always wrong, or are there some comparing sentences where it is correct?
So if you were to say the sentence, you would say, मेरी क्या आपकी बहन आपसे और बड़ी है? Is that how you would say?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't see anything wrong in there technically, right? I mean, people will understand it. People will definitely understand, like, yeah, that's what you are trying to ask. आपसे सबसे और बड़ी है. Yeah, so
Better to skip
I don't
or.
really see anything wrong in there. You can use it.
But it sounds better if I don't use it, maybe.
Yes, that's what I would say. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yeah. Right. So ask again. You change the sentence to your situation. You can respond to it as well. This is a question. This is a question, but you can either respond to it, make another question. Let's see. Who would like to go? Someone who's not tried before. Austin ji, why don't you go?
क्या मेरा भाई तुम्हारा बहन ज्यादा बड़ा है?
Very good. क्या मेरा भाई तुम्हारी बहन से ज्यादा बड़ा है? Okay, awesome. Awesome. Let's see who else would like to try. Tom Mullen ji, how are you doing?
Namaste, Ashuji. I'd like to say,
Make a simple sentence or you can respond to it. Either way is fine.
okay, then I'm going to use, sorry, pulling up my examples.
Okay. You can also say respond to it. Yeah. Imagine I ask you. Yeah.
Could I use the house, please? वो घर सादिक पर सबसे पुराना है.
Okay. Okay. So one more time.
वो घर सादिक पर सबसे पुराना. वो घर
Okay. सड़क पे. Okay.
सादिक पर
सबसे पुराना. Okay. Good. I'll take that. वो घर सड़क पे सबसे पुराना है. I'll take that. Okay. Good job. Yeah, because it explains that house is an example with it, but like, वो घर सड़क पे सबसे पुराना है. Awesome.
सबसे.
Yeah, Olina ji, how are you doing? I know it's late for you, but
I'm doing good. Thank you.
yes.
मेरी दोस्त
मेरी दोस्त
मेरी दोस्त मुझे ज्यादा मेहनती है.
Okay,
hard working.
मेरी दोस्त मुझसे ज्यादा मेहनती है. This is a good one actually. Why? Because again, just like you had आप से, here you have मैं plus say. So it's easier to just miss or make a mistake here and not come up with मुझसे. Okay, मेरी दोस्त मुझसे ज्यादा, you use ज्यादा because like hard working. Okay, more hard working. मुझसे ज्यादा मेहनती है. Okay, मेरी दोस्त मुझसे ज्यादा मेहनती है. Olena ji, if you have to change the order and if you have to say I am more hardworking than my friend, same thing, but right now you are saying your friend is more hardworking, but now you have to change the order. How would you say that?
So now I'm saying I'm smarter, right? I'm more hardworking.
Yes. How would
मैं मेरी दोस्त से ज्यादा मेहनती है.
Very good. मैं मेरी दोस्त से ज्यादा मेहनती हूँ. Very good, right? So again, who is compare against? मेरी दोस्त से followed by से ज्यादा मेहनती हूँ. Okay, you can simply say that, like if you are talking about yourself, you can say मैं मेहनती हूँ. I'm hardworking. Okay, then you can, if you want to compare it, मैं मेरी दोस्त से ज्यादा मेहनती हूँ. Okay, awesome, awesome. I think there are some questions here, so we'll take Linda ji first and then Jackie ji.
Yes, I wanted to ask about, do you ever use apna in this comparison? Like when you are saying something like, is his brother older than him? Would you use the apna there, or you don't use it in these situations?
So you will not use in this situation, right? I mean, I'm just trying to see where, if I'm thinking what what you're thinking, you can force yourself. मैं अपने भाई से बड़ा हूँ. If that's what you're thinking, मैं, and I think that's what you're thinking. मैं अपने भाई से बड़ा हूँ, which is basically मैं बड़ा हूँ. I'm older, but you want to really force using this अपना construct here. मैं अपने भाई से बड़ा हूँ. Is that what you were thinking, Linda ji?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yes.
But
So
I don't know if this is what you would do or not do.
you will do that, right? I mean, you can do that where you want to compare with your own brother. Okay. You can do that. Like, I mean, other way would be मैं मेरे भाई से, but some grammar, like people will say that मैं and then मेरे, you would rather use अपने here. Okay, so you can do that, like I mean, that's as long as you're using the say here. Otherwise, I mean, otherwise what are you comparing against, right? मैं मेरे भाई से बड़ा हूँ. Yes, you can do that. This is correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Jackie ji?
Just a quickie. I thought that the word dosed was masculine.
Yeah, dost can be used for both masculine and feminine.
Oh, okay.
I mean, typically, I mean, even girls can do that. I mean, the right word is saheli. Saheli, but like they also use dost. So dost is, it's generic more or less. You can use it in both ways.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? Any questions before we move on? Now we'll switch to the superlative form. I'm going to give you simple examples of superlative. Some news articles or where you will see the superlative adjectives, but then I want to see if there are any questions before that. Okay, so we'll practice saying some of the superlative adjectives. So let's say, imagine you want to come up with the richest person. You know how in news articles sometimes they write like these articles where you click and then sometimes they're useful, sometimes they're not, like the clickbait, right? But let's say you have and it can be admi or aurat, either way is fine, but you have to come up with this, the richest person. Okay, how would you come up in Hindi? Donna ji, the richest person.
सबसे अमीर व्यक्ति.
Okay, very good. सबसे अमीर आदमी, और you can also say औरत. सबसे अमीर आदमी और औरत, और व्यक्ति you can say that too. सबसे अमीर आदमी. Okay, अमीर is rich. You can also say धनी. Okay, dhani is also rich. सबसे धनी आदमी or औरत. Okay, but if you guys notice, what she said was sabse. Okay, in English you have the richest. In Hindi, Amir is rich, but you have to use this qualifier to compare, right? That's why sabse Amir Admi. Okay, sometimes they write the happiest, uh, state. Okay, let's say you're talking about the country has many states, but you want to say, okay, this is the happiest, like in all the indices, this state is considered the happiest state. Okay, Jackie ji, how would you say that?
Subse kush. Something like Rajta or state.
So Rajya is the state.
Rajya, that's it. Subse kushi.
Sukh, sabse sukhi.
Sukh.
Sukhi, sabse
Sukhi.
yes, sabse sukhi Rajya. Okay, yeah. The driest, the state which is the driest, where there is no rain, nothing. How would you say that?
I thought dry was Sukhi.
So okay, very good. So sabse, so sukhi is okay. It's interesting, right? It sounds similar, very similar, almost close, right? So sabse sukha.
Sukha.
Right, so when you say sabse sukha rajya, that means it's the state which is the driest state. Sabse sukha rajya. Sukhi is basically like, मैं सुखी हूँ. Like, which is like I'm happy. मैं सुखी हूँ. Okay, या वह सुखी है. Okay, you can say वह खुश है as well, but you use like in this case you're using sukhi to represent the happiness or contentment of a state. Okay,
thank you.
But dry is sukha as well, right? So it's like when you say sabse sukha rajya, it's basically it's basically the state which is the dry, didn't have any rain and all. Okay,
Suji,
yes.
can you write the two words Sukhi and Sukha in Devanagari?
Yeah, so you have a sa with u and then kha, sukha, and then you have a su and then kha with sukhi. Okay, sukhi.
So Ashuji, do those words dry and happy change with gender? Because then it could get really confusing.
It can, so basically explain like where you let me see, if I can make it easy for you. So you can, okay, if it is you, I would not like to say sabse khush rajya because then it's confusing, right? Let me see if it gives me something, a better synonym for you. Yeah, I think you would just say sukha basically. So here is the problem actually. I think I wrote it incorrectly. This is sukha. So if the way you're saying it, it's you have the bada u and the chota u here. That is the difference basically that you have to pay attention to, right? So when you're saying sukha, that means it's basically the bada u is there, right? Versus like sukhi versus sukha. I don't know, JDG, if it makes a difference for you in terms of hearing, but that is the key differentiator there basically. That when you're talking about dry, you have the bada u, sukha. Yeah.
So if you had sukha modifying a masculine noun, what would it be if sukha was modifying a feminine noun?
Like what? Sabse su
the driest.
Yeah, sabse sukhi ghas. That is correct. So the driest grass, sabse sukhi grass. So it's again, you will pay attention to how this part is said. If it is su versus, which is the u, double u, then it's you're talking about dry, versus sukhi, which is the happy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I can definitely see how it can, if you don't hear it, or if the Hindi speakers are not saying it correctly, like, and versus not paying more emphasis on oo, how it can confuse you. I can totally get that. Yeah. Sharanji, question?
Yes. Can you expand a little on the difference between the two words that mean happy, kush or kushi and suki? Why one is preferred over the other?
Yeah, slightly harder, like, so slightly harder, because like I have to give you, I mean, again, these are all synonym. It's like basically something similar to happy and content. Like, when will you use which one? You can use both of them, though both are popular. You can say, मैं सुखी हूँ, okay, which is like I am happy, or मैं खुश हूँ. Both of them are correct. So if I were to say it, मैं हूँ, you can say मैं खुश हूँ, मैं सुखी हूँ. Okay, both of them are correct in that sense. मैं खुश हूँ, मैं सुखी हूँ. Okay, so from grammatical perspective, you can explain both of them to express your happiness. I'm happy. Okay, now the other one is grass. Grass is your grass. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. Grass सूखी है. Let me write it down like this. Maybe this will help you. Grass सूखी है. Like you are telling someone grass is dry. Give it some water. थोड़ा पानी दो. Okay, I think I should write it like double O, so it's not confusing for you. Okay, so grass सूखी है, or you can say something like गला सूखा हुआ है. गला is your throat. Okay, so मेरा गला सूखा हुआ है. My throat is dry. I need more water. Okay, so गला, and again it's सूखा हुआ है. Okay, गला सूखा हुआ है. मेरा गला सूखा हुआ है. Okay, if it is still confusing, I'll send you guys more examples that kind of talks about sukhi and sukha. Yeah.
That wasn't the confusing thing to me. What was confusing was you said in the previous sentence when talking about the happiest state that you wouldn't use kush in that sentence.
Why did I use खुश? सबसे खुश राज्य. सबसे खुश राज्य. सबसे खुश देश. It come naturally to me. सबसे सुखी राज्य. I had to look it up grammatically why I chose one versus the other. Okay, I don't have the answer right away, but I'll look up why I chose the one versus the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
So let's do some more. The easiest method. Let's do this one. The easiest method. Okay, how would you come up with for this? The easiest method. Mitaji, how are you doing? What is method?
I've got no idea how to say method. I'm sorry. Method.
What is easy?
Asan.
Very good, asan. And the easiest would be?
Sabse asan.
Very good. So either you can say the sabse asan method.
Okay.
Or you can say sabse asan tarika.
Tarika, thank you.
So you want to say what is the easiest method to make dosa? How would you say it in Hindi?
The easiest. क्या डोसा बनाना सबसे आसान तरीका है?
वेरी गुड। डोसा बनाने का सबसे आसान तरीका क्या है? ओके, और समटाइम्स द न्यूज आर्टिकल वुड से डोसा बनाने का सबसे आसान तरीका, एंड देन दे विल राइट लाइक द होल थिंग नेक्स्ट टू इट, लाइक द ह्यूज पैराग्राफ, राइट? So awesome there. Okay, we'll do some more. Okay, so this time I'm going to change it. I'm going to write it in Devanagari and you have to read it and tell me what it is. The sentence says, I'm going to let you guys read it. Okay, and this is for folks who can read Devanagari. And if you cannot read it, when somebody is trying to read it, you have to listen to it. Okay.
Ashuchi, एक मिनट. Check लंबा.
Huh?
या लबा, लंबा.
That's correct.
Yeah,
You have to
missing.
put,
Yeah.
You can say bada also, correct? But that's the news article. I just picked up from the news article. So
लेकिन मैं कह रही हूँ कि एक letter is missing.
It's
So
missing.
लंबा है.
so
या
Ashuti, you have to put a Chandra Bindu on top.
yeah,
Lamba.
so yeah, this is correct. I mean, I just picked up the news article as it is, but yeah. Okay, so either you can use, if it is hard, let me just do it slightly differently. Maybe it will be easier for you. Okay. Who would like to read it? You can raise your hand, or I can just pick someone who's not tried before. Shanji, why don't you try this one?
Sure. Salka.
Sabse.
Oh, सबसे लंबा दिन 21 June है.
Okay. What does it say?
The longest day of the year is June 21st.
That's correct. Okay. So which part is the longest day?
सबसे लंबा.
And then day is din. Right? So sabse lamba din is the longest day. What is saal ka?
Of year.
Of the year. Okay. Of the year. The longest day of the year is 21st June. The longest day of the year is 21st June. Okay. Awesome. Let's just do some more before we run out of time. The most dangerous. The most dangerous. Okay, the most dangerous. Someone who's not tried before. Sharmila ji, how would you say that? The most dangerous.
सबसे खतरनाक.
Very good. सबसे खतरनाक. सबसे खतरनाक. Okay, सबसे खतरनाक. Okay. The longest wall. The longest wall. Let's see who would like. Malaji, how would you say that? The longest wall. Okay. If you need more time, that's okay. Miscellanea ji, the longest wall.
सबसे लंबी दीवार.
सबसे लंबी दीवार. सबसे लंबी दीवार. Okay. Okay. Nandini ji, we have Nandini ji as well. Okay. So in India sometimes they put. I'm going to write it down. Okay. This is. They have the. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll write it down in Devanagari for you. Sabse, okay. They give you the ad, commercial ads. So it's half chair, okay? And Niji, this is for you, okay? Try it out, read it.
सबसे अच्छी क्रम
One more time.
क्रम
Ram.
Okay. And then the E sound.
क्रम
Will read this.
की yeah की kiram is it?
So you have a
I don't
key,
know.
and this half R makes Cree.
Cream. Oh, it's cream. Oh,
Yeah.
cream. Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry.
That's right. So
सबसे
it's
अच्छी cream. Sorry.
okay. This is like a you took the English word and wrote it in the
Yes.
exam. Quite confusing, right?
Okay.
So in in the news articles often would write that, right? So you'll take the English word and write the Devanagari of it. So what it is saying is sabse achhi cream.
अच्छी cream.
Cream, right? So that the cream, that lotion that you put on your face, that's what they're saying. Sabse achhi cream. Okay, and that was the news article actually was talking about. Anyway, I think we are 8:56. Any questions, anyone? So hopefully this gives you idea about both the comparative and the superlative form. Okay, and my goal is, and I want you to take a screenshot if you're not taken it, is basically, let me see, here is my, can you see my screen? So if you guys remember, this is, yeah. So these are some more news articles. I wrote it down for you, which is basically, let's see, Jackie ji, can you read the first one?
इस देश में लोग सबसे ज्यादा खुश हैं.
Yes. What does it mean?
In this country, the happiest people are in this country.
And the article is there basically that talks about like the people are the happiest in this, now going back to Sharanji's question, you can say sukhi hai as well, and I guess maybe both of them are correct, and it's just like your preference at the end of the day, which one would you prefer? Okay, so you, rather than making it one right versus wrong, they both are correct. Okay, let's do the next one. Who would like to do that? The last one actually. Delacy, you want to do this one?
So अमेरिका में रहने के लिए सबसे अच्छी और सबसे सस्ती जगह कौन सी है? To live in America, what's the most beautiful and most cheapest place?
Yeah, what's the best and the affordable, the most affordable place or cheapest place to live in America, right? So America में, which is in America, रहने के लिए for living सबसे अच्छी the best, और and सबसे सस्ती the cheapest जगह है, place कौन सी है, which one? Okay,
Virginia.
What? Virginia, West Virginia. I see. No, I would agree with you. JD. It's the best, right? I mean, that's why the song goes, right? I mean,
Anji.
and that's why it's everyone's favorite. But anyway, I hope the session was useful for all of you. It's funny because like it's been so many years. I don't think I covered the superlative and comparative form, even though we may have come across it in different sentences. But here we are. But we'll wrap up here. If there are any questions, I'll take it. If not, have a good rest of the Sunday. And half an hour you have a practice session. So I think Anita ji will be hosting that one. So we'll have any. I'm going to stop the broadcast and I'll take any final questions that you guys may have.